Hello, hi to everyone. Myself Dr. Rajendra Chavan. Welcome in my YouTube channel. My channel is purely academic and free educational channel. Today's topic is Mendel's law of inheritance. You know very well that Mendel is a founder of genetics and Mendel is a father of modern genetics. Inheritance is the acquiring of genetic characteristics or traits from parents by their offsprings. George Gregor Mendel, he conducted many experiments on pea plants, that is Pisum sativum, and observed the patterns of inheritance from one generation to the next generation. His investigation led to discovery of 3 laws of inheritance and famously which is known as a Mendel's law of heredity or Mendel's law of inheritance. The 3 laws are laws of dominance, laws of segregation and laws of independent assortment. There are 3 laws which commonly called it as a Mendel's law of inheritance. First law is law of dominance, second law is law of segregation and third law is law of independent assortment. These laws came into existence by the experiments on pea plants, that is a Pisum sativum, in a variety of different traits. Mendel started his experiment with monohybrid cross, that is capital T cross with small t. Mendel observed that traits which were absent in the F1 generation had reappeared into F2 generation. These observations lead to formulation of law of dominance and law of segregation. The first law, that is a Mendel's law of dominance. This is the Mendelian first law. The Mendelian first laws stated that when parents with the pure contrasting characters are crossed together, only one forms of the traits appears into the next generation. The hybrid offsprings will exhibit only the dominance in the phenotype. Look at the cross. This is the homozygous tall, that is capital T, cross with the homozygous dwarf. Then we obtain the gamete from the tall, that is capital T, and gamete from the small t, that is the T. Then in F1 generation, the gamete will be capital T small t. It is a heterozygous dominant tall. Okay. Then after selfing capital T small t cross with the capital T small t, we get the 2 gametes, that is capital T and small t. In F2 generation, then capital T, the tall variety, dominance tall variety will be 1, heterozygous tall will be 2 and homozygous dwarf will be 1. That means, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. That means, the tall varieties appears 3 and dwarf variety appears only 1. That means, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So, this is according to the Mendel's law of dominance. When the parents with the pure contrasting traits are crossed, that means the capital T cross with the small t, only one forms of the traits which appears into the next generation. That means, heterozygous variety which appears into the F1 generation. The hybrid offsprings will exhibit only in the dominant traits in the phenotypes, and the hybrid variety which is dominant in the phenotype, that means the 3:1. This is the ratio which obtained phenotypically in after crossing the monohybrid variety after in the monohybrid cross. The monohybrid cross obtain F1 generation, that is hybrid generation, then F2 generation, then we appears the ratio that is 3:1. That means, the dominance are 3 and ratio C is only 1. Hence, the Mendel's law of dominance is known as a first law of inheritance. In this law, each character is controlled by the distinct units called it as a factors, which occurs in a pair, that is capital T T, small t t, that is the factors, and appears into the pairs. If the pairs are heterozygous, capital T small t, one will always dominate the other. The law of dominance explains that in the monohybrid cross between a pair of contrasting characters, only one parental characters will be expressed in F1 generation and both parental characters will express in F2 generation. Hence, the ratio will be 3:1. The one which is expressed in F1 generation is called it as a dominant trait, that is a capital T small t, and the one which is suppressed is called it as a recessive traits. That means tall variety, that is the dominant traits will be 3 and recessive will the suppress will be 1, that means 3:1. In a simple word, the law of dominance stated that the recessive traits are always dominated or masked by the dominant traits. This law can be described by the Mendel experiments. A monohybrid cross is a cross between the two monohybrid traits, that is capital T T and small t t. Here, plants which have the same characters but differ in only one characters were crossed. That is all about the law of dominance. This is the first law of inheritance. If your two alleles are different, that is heterozygous, for example capital B small b, the trait associated only one of these will be visible, that is the dominant, that means 3:1, and other will be hidden, that is recessive. For example, capital B is a dominant and small b is a recessive. Here in the F2 generation, capital B small b crosses with the capital B small b, then we will obtain a homozygous dominant BB, then heterozygous dominant capital B small b, then homozygous recessive, that is the small b small b. Here tall varieties are in 3 numbers and dwarf variety is in 1 numbers. That means, the dominants are 3 and recessives is 1, then the ratio will be 3:1. This is the phenotypic ratio obtained into the monohybrid cross, and the monohybrid cross which explain the law of dominance. In the law of dominance, the hybrid union, the alleles which expresses itself phenotypically in the dominant alleles, while the other alleles which fails to express itself phenotypically, that is called the recessive alleles. The hybrid individual shows phenotypically only the dominant characters. The law of dominant is often described as a Mendel's first law of inheritance. Okay, second law, that is the law of segregation, or it is also known as a law of purity of gametes. This is a second law of Mendelian inheritance. This law stated that the alleles of a given locus segregates into separate gametes. That means, capital TT cross with the small tt, that means we obtain capital T gametes from the capital TT and small t from the small tt. Then these gametes which combine then again segregate or separates. Such laws is known as a law of segregation. That means the alleles of a given locus segregate into separate gametes. During the formation of gametes, each genes separate from each other, so that each gametes carries only one alleles for each gene. The law of segregation is a second law of inheritance. This law explains that the pair of alleles segregate from each other during the meiosis, that means the cell division, gamete formation, so that only one alleles will be present in each gametes. In monohybrid cross, both the alleles are expressed in F2 generation without any blending. Thus, the law of segregation is based on the fact that each gametes contain only one alleles. This law is based on the four concepts. First concept is the gene exists in more than one form of an allele. When gametes are produced by meiosis, the allelic pair separates, leaving each gametes with single alleles. Each organism inherits two alleles of each traits. The two alleles of a pair are different, that is, one is dominant and one is recessive. Then factors, that is genes for a particular traits which occurs in a pairs. For each pairs, each traits, an organism inherits two genes, one from each parents. One trait is controlled by one gene. Each gene is found in two alleles. During gamete formation, each allele is segregates in one gametes. What is the limitation of law of segregation? The law of segregation applies only to traits that completely control the single genes pair, in which one of the two allele is overriding the others. Therefore, law of segregation does not apply to incomplete dominance or co-dominant allele. That means, the co-dominance and incompletely dominance, this is the exception, this is the exceptions to the law of segregation, and in such cases law of dominance law of segregation does not apply in co-dominant allele and in incomplete dominant allele. Then third law, that is a law of independent assortment. This is a third Mendelian law. Such law stated that each pairs of alleles segregate independently of the other pairs, and all are possible combinations of the alleles can occur in resulting gametes. When a dihybrid or polyhybrid forms gamete, each gamete receives one allele from each allelic pairs, and the assortment of alleles of different traits during the gamete formation is totally independent of their original combinations in the parents. In other words, each allele of any one pair is free to combine with any alleles from each of the remaining pairs during the formation for the gametes. This is known as the law of independent assortment of the characters. It is also referred to as a Mendel's third law of heredity. Look at the cross. This is the dihybrid cross. The parent 1, parent 2. Parent 1 has a round yellow cotyledon. Parent 1 has round yellow cotyledon cross with the wrinkled green cotyledon. Then F1 generation will be all round yellow cotyledon. Then after F1 generation goes self fertilization, then obtain F2 generation, and F2 generation here in the phenotypic ratio will be 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, and genotypic ratio will be 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 3 is to 2. That means such type of Mendel's ratio will be obtained. In the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio is different. Look at the pictures. For detailed explanation about the dihybrid cross, you have to watch my video on dihybrid cross. अगर आपने मेरा डायब्रिड क्रॉस का वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो डायब्रिड क्रॉस का वीडियो देख लीजिए और उसे लाइक कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। अगर आप डायब्रिड क्रॉस का वीडियो अगर देखते हो तो आपको आसानी होगी मेंडल्स लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट समझने के लिए। तो बेहतर है कि आप डायब्रिड क्रॉस का जो वीडियो है उसे देख लीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। अगर आपने सब्सक्राइब किया है तो उसे लाइक एंड शेयर कीजिए। Mendel's law of independent assortment. The principles of independent assortment was explained by the Mendel with the help of a dihybrid cross involving characters of cotyledon occurs. Yellow, round, and seed shape is round and wrinkled. Mendel crossed the two breeding variety of a pea having yellow cotyledon and round seed, capital YY, capital RR, and another two breeding varieties having green cotyledon, that is small y, and wrinkled seed, small YY, small RR. Thus, yellow round parents has a genotype, that is capital YY, capital RR, and green wrinkled parent, that is small YY, small RR. Since each parent is homozygous for the both characters, that is color and shape, each will produce only one type of gametes. The capital YY, capital RR parents will produce all capital Y, capital R type gametes, and small y, small r parents will produce small y, small r type gametes. All the F1 hybrids resulting from the fusion of these gametes would be double heterozygous with capital Y, small y, capital R, small r genotypes and appear yellow round. This indicated that in a dihybrid cross, also in each pair, the alleles behaved exactly in the same way as in the monohybrid cross. Both dominant, that is capital Y and capital R, express themselves in F1, while both the recessive alleles small y and small r remain hidden. Types of gametes formed by the F1 hybrids. According to the Mendel, during gamete formation by F1 hybrid, the alleles in the both pairs, that is capital Y, small y, and capital R, small r, first segregated from each other, that is called it as a law of segregation. Each pair segregates independently of the pairs, then the alleles enter the gametes. Gametes can receive only one alleles from each pairs, that is capital Y or small y and capital R, small r. In Mendel's came to four important conclusions from this experimental result on the pea plants. The first conclusion is that the inheritance of each traits is determined by the unit, that is capital AA, or factors capital AA, now called it as genes, that are passed on descendant unchanged. Second conclusion is that an individual inheritance one such unit from each parents for each traits. Third conclusion is that traits may not show up in an individual, but can still be passed on to the next generation. Then fourth conclusion is that the genes for each trait segregate themselves during the gamete production. These are the exceptions to the Mendel's law. The exceptions to the Mendel's law, that is the incomplete dominance is a exceptions to the Mendel's law, codominance is also the exceptions to the Mendel's law, then multiple alleles is a exceptions to the Mendel's law, then pleiotropy is exceptions to the Mendel's law, the linkage is exceptions to the Mendel's law, non-disjunction it is exceptions to the Mendel's law. These are the many exceptions to the Mendel's law. We will study details about the exceptions to the Mendel's law in incomplete dominance, in Mirabilis gelapa, Anterinum majus, then codominance in roan cattle or roan horse, blood group, etc. and multiple alleles also we will learn in the next video. अगर आपने हमारा मल्टीपल alleles, इनकम्प्लीट डोमिनेंस, कंप्लीट डोमिनेंस, देन कोडोमिनेंस, मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस के अगर वीडियो नहीं देखे हैं तो उसे देख लीजिए, लाइक कीजिए एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. These are the exceptions. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, press the bell icon and never miss any update. Please subscribe, like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.